Hello once again. Today we are going to go over the new tax bill. Well, not really new. It was introduced last year in July. But we're going to only cover the no tax on overtime rule here. Basically, it states that the half portion of time and a half will not be, well, it will be taxed, but at the end of the year, you can file your return and have it reduce your adjusted gross. Now, some of you may have been paying overtime last year. Apparently, you as an employer can furnish a statement to the individual, or the individual can do their own statement. The confusing part is whether employers have to submit some other sort of paperwork for last year. This year, QuickBooks Online Payroll will be supporting it, and that's what we're going to cover here today. So, what I've already done on purpose is run a paycheck for Tater Tot. Okay. As you can see, he got some overtime pay. I made it a nice even $100. $50 of that would fall into the, or $50 an hour would fall into the qualified overtime. We're going to call it QOT, as if the world doesn't have enough acronyms. So let's get to it. And this is probably going to be a common thread with people. I forgot to add it at the beginning of the year. How do I calculate it? We're going to go over that briefly here in a little bit. But to add it to the employee, go to their profile. And then, of course, we got to make sure they have overtime pay in the first place. Hit the add, drop down, qualified OT. Gives you an explanation on what it's all about. You can view the details. It slides in help article. You can read that on your own. When to apply it, unassign, and if you click show tax settings 3 times, it will show you that it's going to appear on box 12 TT after this year is over. So the new W-2s are not in the system yet. So adding it now and previewing the W-2s for this year, this doesn't appear. So now that we've added it, it's on there. Now let's run some payroll. Okay. He's every Friday. Now it's going to populate a new column inside of QuickBooks called Qualified OT Tracking, or QOT. We still have the overtime, and some of you may have other fields here that you can fill in. We're going to give them a nice even 10 hours of overtime, but keep an eye on this field here. 10 hours. All I'm doing is hitting tab on the keyboard. It automatically populates. Okay. And we just go through the usual preview. Let's pull up that, and let's pull up our trusty calculator. Where did it go? Wonderful. Oh, blind in one eye, can't see out of the other. Shrink this up. Okay. So the calculation for taxes is pretty simple. 4,000, 1,500, 5,500. So as you can tell, times 0.062 for Social Security, 341 even. That's exactly what they're being taxed. So they are being taxed on the full amount of overtime. I want to make that perfectly clear. And same with Medicare. And of course, federal income tax will be based on whatever their W-4 settings are. Everything looks good here. Submit. Now, let's get to the point where, oh, the first check this year didn't have it on. What do I do? Okay. Pretty simple. Just go to my favorite is the payroll details report. Just all the payroll stuff's down at the bottom. Payroll details is here somewhere. There it is. All right, so we're going to pull up all of this year. Now you may have to customize, choose an employee, but this is the only checks in the system for me. All right, so as you can see, we have qualified OT right there, okay? And here's your total for the year. How do I figure this out? Very simple. We know that Tater is getting $100 an hour. We know the half of the time and a half is $50 an hour. So he has got 10 hours times 50 is $500. Okay. So in theory, this number really should be $1,000. How do we catch up? As you can see, I've added it here. It did not catch up. The system will not catch up with it. It is up to you, the customer, to do this. So let's head on back. Let's pretend we're going to run another payroll. Now we're going to do the catch up along with paying the employee. Let's hit the old run payroll. Every Friday. Okay. Once again, we're going to give them another 10 hours. Okay. So we determined, excuse me, we determined in the previous report that we need to give them an extra $500. Simple enough. We've increased this by 500 to give them 1,000. Okay. Next question out of you is probably going to be, what will this do to his taxes? Well, let's find out. Once again, 5,500. Let's do our math. 5,500 times 0.062, 341. It's still 341, even though qualified OT is at 1,500. So remember, they're not being taxed on what's in this box. They're being taxed on what is up here. That's very important. So this will allow you to catch up the bookwork so that the W-2s and pay stubs all appear accurate. Save, submit, close. Let's go back to the reports. Take a look at the overall payroll details. As you can see, Basically, he gets paid the same every time, 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. He would have had 500 here on this check had I turned on the qualified overtime. 500, 500. This would have been 500. Total 1,500. Simple. So this will allow you to catch up. Obviously, the sooner you get this put on the employee, the better. The less aggravation it is for you. Uh, you can make a spreadsheet or something to self-calculate, but honestly, it's just a little bit of math. Just remember to take just the half portion of time and a half, multiply it by the total number of hours, and that'll give you your catch-up number. So, hope this video helps you. As always, like, tag, share, and follow, and thanks for watching.